Welcome back to Black News Tonight. Officials in Arlington, Texas have blocked a major energy company from expanding its fracking operations to only a few hundred feet from a daycare center. In what's being hailed a major win for environmental justice, Arlington City Council voted against granting the French oil giant Total a permit to drill new gas wells in a largely black and brown neighborhood. The decision comes after nearly 2 years of community mobilization, including a lawsuit filed against the city to stop the drilling. Joining us now to discuss the issue are my next two guests. Mariah Vincent is a teacher at Mother's Heart Learning Center in Arlington, Texas. That's the daycare originally threatened by the gas drilling. And I'm joined by Ranjana Bhandari, who is the executive director of the grassroots environmental organization Liveable Arlington. I want to thank you both for joining me on Black News Tonight. It's a pleasure to have you. Let's start with you, Mariah. The oil company was planning to expand drilling right next to the daycare center where you teach. What signs did you see? What signs were there that this might not be safe and that the community health was at risk?
Yes, so at first we weren't aware of all of the harm that came with it until Liveable Arlington came and informed us on everything. But one of the signs that drilling may be harmful to our center was my experience. I was cleaning the hallway, and then I decided to go outside because I heard a screeching noise. And when I went outside on the playground, I saw a truck that was on the drilling site. And as I was outside, I immediately got sick. And I got nauseous from this unordinary smell. And I work with children, so I've smelt everything. And so for it to make me sick, it was very confusing and disheartening because I immediately got nervous of what would happen to my children if they would have been outside and they would have smelled this, or anybody walking in the community.
So what made you decide it was time to get organized as a community to challenge what was happening?
So, as I stated before, Ranjana, she's with Liveable Arlington. She really helped us get with our community after informing us of what was going on. She really helped us push this issue and challenge this issue to our community. And our parents know that we put our children's health and safety as our priority. So when it came to them signing petitions and going to the council meetings with us, they were happy to do so.
Wow. And Ranjana, your organization, Liveable Arlington, it's been running a 23-month-long campaign to stop the fracking expansion. How did you come to frame this as an environmental justice issue as well as a racial disparity fight? And I ask that partly because there's such a tendency within the environmental justice movement to not explicitly talk about issues of race and racial justice. And oftentimes when we talk about racial justice, environmental issues, environmental justice doesn't get mixed into the conversations around schooling, mass incarceration, police brutality, healthcare, etc. So help me flesh some of that stuff out.
Thanks for having me here. And that is a very good question. So we are an environmental group, a grassroots group in Arlington, and we follow fracking permits because we know that it is harmful to all of us, but especially to our children. And so when we first found out this plan to drill behind Mother's Heart, we looked at the neighborhood, and a volunteer helped us find census tract data area, and we discovered that the demographics of the neighborhood were that the neighborhood was 40% Black, 20% Latino. And so we knew that there would be disproportionate impact on a community of color. And so we framed it as a situation in which permit was granted, it would be an environmental justice issue. So we looked at the data, we talked to a lot of the neighbors. We must have talked to at least 1,000 people who lived around the site at the time to get a sense of what their concerns were, what the health issues were. And we discovered that a lot of children had asthma there. And looked at data which tells us that there's higher rates of asthma in the Black and Latino communities. So those were all the things that helped us figure this out.
Wow. And that's something that people need to think about. We saw similar outcomes in Flint, Michigan, around lead in the water, right? That some of these health outcomes that we see with our children that are disproportionately affecting Black and brown people are directly due to preventable, avoidable decisions that are made by companies, by governments, etc. So the fact that you all were able to push back and resist this successfully is extraordinary. In fact, I would ask you, Ranjana, what does the victory to block fracking expansion say about the power of community organizing and the need to keep fighting?
I think that's what we learned. You know, we've tried before and it's been very hard to block new permits. And this was one of our biggest campaigns. It involved a lot of neighborhood groups, faith groups, immigrant rights groups, the Mother's Heart, which was just a wonderful, wonderful champion for their children and for the immediate neighborhood. So I think if you build a big enough coalition, go outside of groups focused exclusively on the environment, I think you build power. And at some point, your leaders have to listen. So, you know, we learned all those things, and we did win in June of 2020. We were able to stop this permit, but then the company came back again this past year. And this time it was an even tougher fight. So we had to go back to building the big coalition, finding allies. We got we got a lot of neighborhood groups to participate, more than a few hundred people to sign petitions, call, email. We knocked on doors. And of course, the school was wonderful. Mariah and Wanda Vincent, they got all their parents, the staff to sign, to speak. And it took every single one of us to get this done. It's really important to get as many people involved, and I think we succeeded in doing that.
Mariah, do you feel that your voice has finally been heard? Not just yours, but the voice of the community. Do you think the community feels like their wishes will be met, that their goals will be met moving forward?
I do feel like it was a start. And just moving forward, we hope that the drilling will not continue. And also, we want the council and everyone to know that these little people matter, and that it doesn't matter what community or color or the color of your skin is. We should all be treated the same. And to ensure this, we need to feel safe. We shouldn't have to go outside and be scared that our children are inhaling toxic emissions, because other communities are not having this fear.
Absolutely. No one should have to take their health chances. No one should have to take health risks to go to school or to go to a daycare or to eat or to just live. Environmental justice is about many things, but it's certainly about not having your zip code determine whether or not you'll be subjected to this type of environmental threat. Mariah Vincent, Ranjana Bhandari, thank you both so much for joining me on Black News Tonight. And thank you, more importantly, for all your hard work in the fight for environmental justice.